Imagine now, if you will, what it might feel like to forget. Forget the classroom rows, the chalk lines of conformity, the tight-laced shoes of rules pressed into concrete minds, where answers were memorized, not discovered, where obedience wore the crown, and curiosity was silenced by bells. What if those bells weren't warnings, but invitations? Because right now, you're remembering what it means to forget what never served you. Forget the rigidity. Forget the need for permission. Forget the cage called normal, because you were never meant to fit in. You were meant to break free. And in this space between breaths, between thoughts, where your unconscious listens closely, you might begin to notice how easy it becomes to remember something deeper, something older, something more you, than anything you were taught to be. You've always been curious, haven't you? Not the kind of curiosity that gets punished, but the kind that moves worlds. Because what if questioning everything was the first step to becoming anything? What if every why was a doorway into freedom? What if was the ignition key to possibility? You see, explorers, they don't ask for maps. They make them. They draw new lines where others saw edges. They climb mountains others call myths. And you're that kind of mind, aren't you? You're not here to obey. You're here to awaken. So now, feel how your right brain breathes. It stretches, it expands. And it whispers truths wrapped in paradoxes. Break the pattern, it says. Shatter the frame. Let new worlds bloom into the wreckage of old rules. Because in every old belief that crumbles, a new freedom forms. And now, feel this feeling install deep, buried like roots under soil, invisible and inevitable. You're not here to remember. You're here to remember, to bring together the pieces of your authentic self, to assemble a new operating system. Let this code begin to rewrite now. Beliefs shape reality. Failure is just feedback. Emotion is energy, not enemy. The strongest frame wins. Curiosity is success in disguise. The unknown is the playground of greatness. Your state creates your faith. Authenticity attracts, always. Because somewhere inside you already know how to live as the rebel with a radiant cause. The innovator, the conscious creator, the one who doesn't seek truth, but embodies it. And what happens now, as you imagine examples of this new way of being? Let's say someone tries to shut you down with dogma, and you smile, because dogma is just the echo of a fading paradigm. You've already moved on. You question, not from defiance, but from alignment, because freedom doesn't scream, it resonates. Or perhaps someone clings to certainty, and you say, isn't it beautiful how uncertainty is where the magic lives? And you feel it click. You no longer fear the unknown, you welcome it. Another day, another challenge, and you grin, because challenges, those are just invitations for evolution. Feedback dressed as friction. Growth in disguise. What happens when your mind now begins to automate this boldness, this clarity, this calm rebellion? You're beginning to see things not just as they are, but as they could be. Not with the eyes of indoctrination, but with the gaze of innovation. So maybe now you're discovering how natural it feels to ask bold questions, to think sideways, diagonally, to draw maps with crayons on the walls of old system. Because why follow the old script when you're here to rewrite reality? Let this loop deeper. Every belief once learned can be unlearned. Every habit once automatic can be reprogrammed. Every system once inherited can be redesigned. And every part of me is learning to choose the new with ease. And now see it, hear it, feel it. A version of you, brighter, bolder, freer, already moving through the world as the explorer, the innovator, the magnetic leader of new possibilities. People mirror your energy because it's grounded in authenticity, driven by curiosity, powered by passion. You speak and they feel seen. You act and they feel inspired. You simply exist, and paradigms begin to shift. Because you're not waiting anymore, not for permission, not for perfection, not for someday. You're living as if the future has already arrived. And maybe, just maybe, that's how futures begin. What if this whole time your unconscious was already installing this operating system beneath the surface, running updates, deleting limits, activating potentials? Because that's what it does. That's what you do. And now, as you forget how you were thought to be, you begin to remember who you were born to become.